Hey guys, I'm right here very early in the morning in Taipei at the Dajia Riverside Park. So basically I'm here for my first overseas race, which is a half marathon. Okay, behind me you can actually see the pacers. Okay, they are attaching the balloons, warming up. You can see they are mainly blue and black balloons. And there are people streaming into the venue. Guys, so I've just collected my race singlet and I believe also my race bib. Okay, for the overseas participants, do not panic, okay? So in case you are coming to, let's say, to Garmin Run 2025 as an overseas participant, what you need to do is to make your journey all the way here first. You will be collecting your race pack on the spot. Okay, anyway, this is the Garmin Run 2025 and it is the 4th consecutive year that Garmin Run is happening in Taiwan. Not only that, the Garmin Run also expanding to like 10 countries this year. Singapore, very proud that is including one of them. One thing pretty interesting about this Garmin Run 2025, you can see that there is actually a lucky draw ticket attached to the race VIP. Okay, this is my first time hearing about this. At first I was like, huh? Seriously? Okay, anyway, just gonna participate for fun. Okay, so you can see ahead is a lucky draw box. Anyway, just wish me all the best for lucky draw. Ladies and gentlemen, we are right now at the start line. You can see that there are quite a number of people behind. Okay, you say that this year's Garmin Run in Taiwan is very popular. Okay, there are about 8,000 plus runners, and last year's edition it takes about 6 hours or so, but this year is super incredible, 1.5 hours. Oh my god, luckily we are lucky ones. 1.5 hour all snap up half marathon. Very excited to begin. We are left with 5 more minutes to the run. Very excited. My first overseas half marathon race.
Are you ready? All to get 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go! 2025 Garmin Run Asia Series Taipei.
Just flagged off the half marathon. Current local time is at 0500. Okay, so basically our current location, Dajia Riverside Park. Okay, estimated time arrival back at the finish point, also Dajia Riverside Park. There will be around 0800 or so. Okay, so basically what the route is going to be all about. Okay, we are just going to run around the park connector, okay, on the cycling path and the running path, alongside both banks of the nearby river. Okay, so maybe just going to explain to you the attractions if you can. Guys, you can already see that the sunrise is going to happen very soon. The sky is not completely dark. Okay, the sun is going to rise very soon. Sunrise timing about 05:40 local time, plus minus a few minutes. Okay, on my right basically is Keelung River. Okay, it will merge with the Dajia River and go all the way to the west coast at the Sing Bay area. In front, where you can see the lights that are shining there, is called the Renshan Grand Hotel. So you can see that we are going to make a U-turn very soon, all the way to the other side where we can see a sunrise. Guys, we are just back, and you can already see that the sunrise is going to happen in the east. Okay, if you look at my right, you can basically see that there is actually a wall, okay, filled with beautiful outwards of faces of people. Okay, want to share with you that in case of thunderstorm and floods, the wall will actually prevent further flooding to the main road, which is beyond the wall. Ladies and gentlemen, we already just passed the 2-kilometer mark of the half marathon. You can see on my right, there are more runners going to report to the area. I believe for the later categories, 10 kilometer and 5 kilometer. Guys, we'll be going under the Dajia Bridge. It's one of the bridges crossing the Keelung River. And the very first rest stop on my right. Basically the hydration stop, need to hydrate. Guys, 2 hours and 30 minutes pacer just overtook me. Okay, basically right now we are at the car park. On the left, some riverbank of Keelung River. Okay, the estimation we are like around 5 kilometers or so of the half marathon route. Still got at least 3/4 to go. Pretty much looking forward to the scenery. Most important, no injury please, no leg cramp please. Okay, most importantly, come back as one piece. Guys, we have just passed by our second hydration stop. Not only is water provided, okay, you can also see there's one isotonic drink. You can see half a banana, and not sure whether you can see the sweet. Okay, now you can see. Okay, just now I even took a biscuit, chocolate one, and to me the idea of what they say the 补给站means to say the replenish the energy. I think that's going to be a vital one because our long race is going to be ahead. Ladies and gentlemen, on my right, the graffiti area. Okay, so technically this is where people can go spray graffiti legally. So yes, you can spray on it, but I think you'll erase it after 4 months. You can look straight ahead. It's actually called the, sounds like a border area to me, because I believe nearby it's actually a border between the Taipei city and the new Taipei city. Guys, the bridge that I'm under is actually the Zhongshan Freeway. Well, it's a National Highway 1. Okay, as I bring your attention to the front, okay, you can see the majestic Taipei 101 building. As it's right now already sunrise. Right now we are at Garmin Riverside Park. We already left Dajia Riverside Park. Guys, you can see on my left, basically it's called the baseball court. Okay, want to share with you that baseball is one of the most popular sports in Taiwan. So I also want to share with you a fun fact. Is that Taiwan in the 2024, the 12 strongest teams, the tournament they play in the World Championships. And while Japan, they are the favorites in the finals, that Taiwan beat Japan and win a gold medal. That's a very proud moment for the Taiwanese baseball team. Guys, we are now at the junction. Okay, 6 kilometer mark. 10 kilometer mark, need a U-turn. 21 kilometers route. Like what am I doing now? I'm turning right. There's actually a motivational quote on the right, which means to say, you persevere until now, you are way stronger compared to the yesterday's version of today. Yesterday's version of yourself. Guys, we are at the 7 kilometer mark of the half marathon. And straight ahead is where there will be replenishments. There's this unique feature that whenever you see the Chinese word called the 补给站, means to say that okay, all sorts of food and beverages will be provided. Looking forward to isotonic drink, bananas, sweets. Okay, it's just right in front on my right. You can see all sorts of the sweets. Okay, I'm gonna get quite many, and the biscuits. Okay, of course the banana. Then there's isotonic drink. We are right now Nehu district. Not quite. Okay. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, you can see there's a bridge dividing the new Taipei and the Taipei city. Okay. You basically can see there's a freeway on the upper deck. Lower deck is I believe the normal route. Okay. This bridge we are going under is called the Mai Shui First Bridge. Okay, underneath the bridge you can see basketball court. Can tell that here's a very good place for sports and recreation. Guys, we have officially entered the Genmei Riverside Park South. Right now, the street that we're in, Xinyi District, and one notable feature about Xinyi District is the Taipei 101. Ever, it was one of the tallest buildings in the world. I believe right now is the Burj Khalifa in Dubai, which is tallest in the world. Guys, ahead of me, this bridge, what we call it as a Love Bridge, as we pass the 8-kilometer mark of the half marathon. So I believe this is a good place where the couples can come together, possibly placing a love locks at the fence or at the railings. Guys, you can see on the other side of the river bank, okay, there's actually one pace group with black and blue balloons. These are the faster runners going back to the Dajia Riverside Park. Well, right here at the south bank, okay, just looking forward to the point when we will cross the river from the south bank to the north bank, then we'll run back like them. Guys, as we go under this bridge called the Genmei Changshou Bridge, that means become beautiful and live long bridge, okay. There's a basketball court right in front of me, and the running path is going to be narrowed. Just need to be careful for a very short distance, then it's back to normal path. Good news, okay, the hydration point is good straight ahead, and you can see that there are already runners crossing the bridge to the other side of the riverbank. That's good news. That means about half marathon has been completed. Okay, definitely need water. Guys, very relieved to know that I'm finally crossing the bridge across the river to the other side of the riverbank. You can see the beautiful scenery created by the river and the water. Okay, ready run past Taipei 101. This street we are entering should be Neihu. Then we are going to make a left turn, commence a return journey back to Dajia Riverside Park. Guys, we have reached the halfway point of the half marathon, about 10.5 kilometers. Okay, so you can see that there's a water jet helping to keep participants cool, and it's pretty a very thoughtful initiative. Ladies and gentlemen, we are already at the north bank of the river. Okay, so basically the bridge in front that we're going under again, called the Rainbow Bridge, is not the Love Bridge I just now mentioned. Okay, so it's really therapeutic when you see the river flowing on the left. Okay, meanwhile you can see the Taipei 101 on my left, straight ahead rather, so this way. Right now we are at the Chai Hong Riverside Park, or Rainbow Riverside Park. If you look in front of me, the mountainous area or the hilly areas in front are pretty refreshing, and it matches well together with the river. And the challenge right now is you see that the sun over there, feeling a little bit quite hot right now, but likely we'll need to cool down a bit at some point in time. Guys, as we are about to approach the 2/3 mark of a half marathon, okay, so basically you can see on my left, this is what we call the Songshan Airport. Okay, so this, I believe, it's an international airport, but for a smaller scale compared to the Taoyuan International Airport. So the Songshan Airport basically caters mostly domestic flights and maybe like short international flights to Japan, I suppose. Guys, when I see the Renshan Fandian in front of me, it really gets me very excited. It's a blessing that right now that the path they're running is covered by shade, so it gives a respite from the hot sun. But if you look in front, there could be a chance that the path is going to be illuminated by the sunlight again. It's going to be hot. Okay, anyway, we are on the last 1/3 of the half marathon. Okay, most important, don't get injured. Don't leg cramp. Okay. Most important, finish as one piece. Okay. Right now we are back at the Dajia Riverside Park in the North Bank. As you can see, that I'm hydrating myself. I tonic drink as a precaution because I don't want my leg to cramp or to get injured. Now I'm walking. Okay, but let's hope I can finish off this half marathon by 0800 hours local time. Even if slightly delayed, as long as it's not after 0900 local time or the 4-hour time limit of the half marathon, that's okay. So we left only like 5 kilometers to go. Okay, don't give up at this point. Let's go. Ladies and gentlemen, we are just past the 17-kilometer mark of the half marathon race. We left about 4 kilometers to go. Okay, as you can see right now I'm walking, but likely what am I going to do next is a fartlek run as I look forward to the next hydration station. So hopefully at the 18-kilometer mark they give bananas, biscuits, some lemon sweets or lemon candies. Definitely will need a isotonic drink also together with plain water. Okay, as the weather is very hot, I can feel the sun beating from behind me. Let's hope to finish a run as soon as possible before the weather gets even hotter. I see this sign ahead. Basically in front there's refreshments. This is actually something that I look forward to. Okay, so I find out that the refreshments is like every 2 kilometers. And every 2 kilometers, especially I think from 6-kilometer mark onwards, they always give isotonic drink, plain water, biscuits. You can see in the opposite bank, this is where the finish point is. And you can see that runners are already entering the finish point steadily. Right now we have about 3 kilometers left to the end of the run, and I can see the Renshan Hotel already. So hopefully I don't get heat stroke because now it's very hot. But I believe it's doable. 加油! Ladies and gentlemen, I see there's like a long path of people running ahead, and there's also a stream of runners running the backward path towards the finish point. I hope that the U-turn point can come very soon. Honestly, you look at me, I think I want to die already under this kind of heat, but still, at least still can walk. At least my legs are still not cramped yet, not giving up. Okay, it's doable one. Ladies and gentlemen, U-turn point ahead. I hope to see the refreshment area as soon as possible. I hope the heat don't kill me. Might as well just run right now. 加油!
走。
各位21K 的跑者，请帮我穿过折返点，作为折返点，跑过才有镜片分数。各位21K 的跑者，请帮我穿过折返点，作为折返点。
Ladies and gentlemen, we just make a U-turn point. Okay, finally. So I think we left last 2 kilometers or so. We're almost there. 加油! Ladies and gentlemen, we just left the last 2 kilometers of the half marathon. Even though we are right now at the north bank of the Keelung River, but I still can hear the music at the south end of the Keelung River bank. The music is really hyping me up. Love it. The finish point is in sight. Guys, we are right now at Dajia Bridge. Okay. We are just slightly over a kilometer left to the end. At least I'm not feeling any leg cramp. You can see the Renshan Grand Hotel, the red building with the orange roof. Finish point at across the bank. You can see some runners, they are already finished the run and going back already. Pretty cool sight. Crossing the river. The river, I believe, flowing to Damsri direction. Ladies and gentlemen, making my way to the finish point already. Very excited. We are going to create history very soon. Finishing the first overseas half marathon. Come on, let's go. Jayo! Yeah! 最后一个！加油！ Ladies and gentlemen, here we come, the finish point. Woo! 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 Yes! 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 Ladies and gentlemen, we are just arrived back at the Dajia Riverside Park. Okay, the finish point I've just passed by is about 3 hours and 7 minutes, so I've actually arrived here 7 minutes late. It's a historic achievement because this is my first ever half marathon that's completed. Okay, so I'm actually walking all the way to this direction, okay, where I can get my baggage, get the shuttle bus back to the metro station. Guys, this is where I collect the finisher entitlements. Okay, so you can see it's straight ahead. Yep, so open the bag and I can put in the finisher medal. This is my sun bag, I think, and the towel. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Thanks. 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 这个箱子可以带过去，这边。哇，挺酷的。Thanks. 哇，哇，好酷。Guys, you can see at the finisher area there are a lot of people. Okay, there are some stores that are very popular, especially for the Red Bull. Okay, and also especially the photo booth. Okay. Now I'm wondering whether the queue for the shuttle bus, whether it's very long or not. I hope I don't miss the shuttle bus back to the Ranshan metro station because my hotel's near there. This half marathon race is basically an eye-opener. My first time running overseas. And the thing is, the weather here is very similar to the Singapore's weather. Okay, because here technically it's the end of summer going into autumn very soon. Okay, but I thoroughly enjoyed the race, and what's a very thoughtful gesture by the organizers is that they have the refreshments every 2 kilometers or so, and they also have a water jet to spray the water so as to reduce the temperature, especially in this hot weather like this. Yeah. So yeah, it's pretty much paying a visit to Taiwan, pretty worth it. And running in Taiwan, seeing the various sceneries, Ranshan Hotel, Taipei 101, it's pretty cool. And the good thing is the weather, although it's hot, but it's windy. Love the wind, love the breeze. Okay, so yeah, it's a good destination for your overseas run. Do remember to share, like, and subscribe my YouTube channel so that you won't miss any important updates. We'll be just adventure with HomeAndaway. I'll see you in my next one. Bye bye.